Yeah, still not fully sure what I'm doing here. Testing, testing. All right, that still works. I'm assuming you guys can hear that too. I'm assuming you guys can hear that too. Yeah, I'm still refiguring this out as usual. It's because that one should be live now, I think. We'll find out. Just doing a quick little stream check just because my phone is currently updating. That one should be live now, I think. Find out. Okay. Quick little stream. So it is. Now what I need to do is somehow get the music to actually play. So it is. That it? Now what I need to do is somehow let's find out. Get the music to actually play. All right, let's lower that down a little bit here. It's such a weird point because like trying to fix the audio portion of it so that way you guys can actually hear the music. Just because I know that... Oh, man. Okay. Well, yeah. The whole point of this was because I need to do some studying for my master's program. And I was like, you know what? I haven't also streamed in a while too, so here's my bright idea. Let me just study on stream. Is that a bit boring? Probably, I'm not gonna lie. But also at the same time, like, what else am I gonna do? Study normally? That'd make more sense, but that's not the vibe we're going for. Bluetooth connection lost? No. Yeah, I'm also fixing my hearing aids currently. And that is also posing a constant issue right now. They are not connecting. I don't know why. Put back in the case. And that is also posing a constant issue right now. All right, this is gonna be a problem. Did I break my hearing aids? I don't think so. Let's find out. I hope not. If I did, that would suck. All right, this is gonna be a problem. All right. Did I break my hearing aids? I don't think so. Let me see. Can I hear the music now? That would suck. Alright. Okay, music is playing, sounds like. Let me see. Can I hear the music now? Let me see. Can I hear the music now? Okay, music is playing, sounds like. Okay, there's the music. Can I hear the music now? Music is playing, sounds like. Okay, there's the music. Can you hear the music now? Okay, there's the music. Can you hear the music now? All right. Turn that portion off for now. I was gonna study, but now I gotta fix my hearing aids. I am mild to moderately deaf, which that's actually the wrong way to say that. No. I have mild to moderate hearing loss, so I dropped one of my hearing aids and it broke, which is depressing as a statement because I'm not tall. I am 5'10". I dropped it from normal height and it decided to just go kaput. So currently I am down to one hearing aid that's actively working, and so I'm trying to find out and follow the instructions on this thing to actually fix them and get them connected. So far, that's not gone over well. So we're gonna try this again, because before I get back into studying or trying to study, I would like to avidly hear a lot without, you know, the trouble of like, oh, everything sounds so muted. Like, that's the weird thing about this. Like, I'm 26 years old, and I can avidly say, okay, yeah, with the mild to moderate hearing loss, it's not horrible in the ways that it would impact my day-to-day life tremendously. Like, the easy example I have is right now, I'm in my office, and kitchen, just through that door. I can't hear the microwave go off most times. Like, 80 to 90% of the time, I can't hear the microwave go off. And that's like the easiest example I have of like what the mild to moderate hearing loss feels like on my end. It's these little pieces where I'm like, oh, it's just not registering and I can't physically hear it. And so the hearing aids help kind of solve that, where I'm able to actually hear like the finer sounds or the higher pitch registers. And it certainly helps, especially when I'm in conversations or at work. But, you know, it's been kind of a pain for the past like week here, just having one hearing aid in all the time and then everything else just feeling really quiet on one side. So don't recommend that. All right, we're gonna try this again. So you know, it's been kind of a pain for the past.
We're gonna connect.
Like, week.
Try to
here,
connect to the hearing
just
aid.
Having one hearing aid in all the time, and then everything else just feeling really quiet on one side.
It's not
So,
registering again, so we're
don't
going to
recommend
forget the
that.
device.
And all right, certainly helps, especially.
We're gonna try this
All right.
again.
So
And now,
it's been kind of a pain for the past.
following the instructions that I was given,
Having one hearing aid in all the time, and then everything else just
this is
quiet on one side.
it's not quite how I thought I was gonna spend my evening, but you know what? You live and learn. Okay.
And now,
Following the instructions
that I was given.
through all existing pairings. All right, we did that.
This is
Now place both hearing aids that need to be
not
paired into
quite
the charging
how I thought
case.
I was
All
gonna
right.
spend my evening, but
Now
you know
press
what?
and hold the button for 12 seconds.
You live and
Important. Do not release the
Okay.
button until the charging case lights flash
Following the
alternatively and then turn off. Okay. So again, hearing aids, broke one of them.
All right, did that.
Trying to fix it now with the replacement.
Now place both hearing aids.
This is the
that
third
need to be paired
attempt.
into the
So
charging
it
case.
says hold
Now
this
press and hold the
button
for 12
until
seconds.
the
Important.
lights
Do not release the button until the
flash
charging case lights
alternating
flash
and then they stop.
alternately and then turn off. Okay. So again,
Okay,
hearing
flashing,
aids, broke one of them. Trying to fix it now with the replacement.
alternating,
This is the third attempt. So it says hold this
and stop.
button
Okay.
until the
Cool.
lights flash alternate
Hey,
and then they
I'm
stop.
gonna say Dr. H2468, how we doing? All right. So now turn on Bluetooth and reconnect the hearing aids via Bluetooth search. Okay.
And stop. Okay.
Now pair new device. Ellie here, Beyond Pro. All right. So my hearing aids, they're being searched.
2468.
And I keep saying hearing aids, and I'm also going to specify that again. I have mild to moderate hearing loss. I am 26. It's not a problem in most circumstances. It is inconvenient in many circumstances. I think that's the best way I can put it.
And I'm also going to specify that again. I am
All right,
have
so
mild to moderate hearing loss.
it's recognized that there's a new
26.
device,
It's
but it's
not
not
a
pairing just
problem
yet. So let's try to
in
pair.
most circumstances. It is inconvenient in many circumstances. I think that's the best way I can put it.
All right, still no.
Again, I am
All right, so
mild to moderate hearing loss.
it's recognized that
Oh,
there's
this is
going to
gonna
be a
be a
problem.
device. It's
But it's
not
not. Like I think I got it to work originally, but
it is inconvenient in many circumstances. I think that's the best way I can put it.
all right.
still
So
no.
find Ella here devices. This is going to be a slow and painful process, is what I am
Like, I
gathering.
think I got it to work originally. but
Pairing. Okay. Still pairing. All right, they are paired. The hearing aids are paired. Okay, this is good.
This
And now it
is
says
gonna be a
update to the
slow
latest firmware. So
painful
it's
process
app is
is
registering.
what I am
Congratulations, they've connected.
Pairing.
Left hearing ear or hearing aid not
Okay.
connected.
Still pairing.
That's a problem. That's
Alright,
the one I need.
They are paired. The hearing aids are paired. Okay. good.
And now it says update to the latest firmware. So
All right,
so tap
They've
online.
connected.
Go to my device. Okay.
Left hearing.
I am just
or hearing aid
troubleshooting
not
this as I go, guys. Like
Still pairing. That's a problem.
Firmware
the one I need. They are
versions,
paired. The hearing aids are
only
paired.
one device
Okay.
connected. Yeah, I got that.
And now it says update.
Do you have a job? Do you work anywhere? Yeah, so currently I am an accounts
Go to
payable
my device.
specialist,
Okay.
and I'm
I'm
pursuing my
troubleshooting this
master's
as I
in
go,
accounting,
guys,
which is
like,
why the whole point of this was I was gonna
firmware
be chilling on
versions,
stream, doing like studying and homework and just kind of talking to you guys. But the main problem is, again, I have to fix the hearing aid. I would like to be able to hear without having this lopsided feeling of not hearing out of this side and then this side sounding fine. So, yeah. But yeah, currently I'm an accounts payable specialist, which essentially just means I take the bills that my company gets and I pay them. That's the long and short of it. There's more to it, but also at the same time, that's like the easiest way I can kind of frame that.
Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
left one's not
currently, I'm an
connected
accounts
now.
payable specialist, which essentially just
But
means I take the bills
can I-
that
okay, if I
my
disconnect it, what
company
happens?
gets, and I pay them.
Disconnect.
That's the long and short
And
of it. There's
reconnect.
more to it, but also at the same time, that's
And
like the
Pirate
easiest way I can kind of frame
3887, how we doing?
that. Okay, left one's not connected now.
Essentially just
But
means I take the bills
okay, if I disconnect it, what happens?
and I pay them.
All right. Hearing aids connecting. Left ear not connected.
Shoot.
And Pirate
Why
3887,
not?
how we doing? Okay, left one's not connected now. Like, I know it has charge. So do you play any video games? Overall, I do. And it really depends on what I'm in the mood for. Like right now, I'm currently playing through Pokemon Fire Red, just because for the longest time I have never gotten my hands on an actual Pokemon game to play. And so I decided, you know what? I had an old phone, and I decided to kind of dive into emulation. And so my brother has the Pokemon game, so I'm like, all right, let me just take some ROMs and and actively get this game loaded into RetroArch, which is a emulator station or an emulating app that you can plug games into. And so I'm currently playing Pokemon Fire Red. I am replaying Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on my 2DS just because I beat that a long time ago, but the 2DS everyone has said is one of the best ways to play the game, and I beat it on original hardware on the Nintendo 64, but I wanted to try it again and see if it actually is better on the 2DS or the 3DS version. So far, so good. I'm also play a lot of Smash Bros. And Fortnite with my family, or more precisely my cousins and my siblings, because I'm trying to get to Elite Smash in Smash Bros. Because my cousin, who is a streamer, is running a challenge where he's trying to get to Elite Smash on every single one of the characters in Smash Ultimate. So I recommend checking out Foe Robert, FOE Robert, on YouTube and Twitch and whatnot, and TikTok. And so that's his challenge right now. Have I ever tried Minecraft? I have, and when they had, I think it was their 20th anniversary or something like that, their sale, I bought the actual just Minecraft game because it was on a steep discount, and I thought, great. I haven't opened it. I think I've played it all of once since I bought it, and I played it more in middle school, but the problem was I get motion sick for some games, and Minecraft, for whatever reason, it's just the chunk rendering or however the game formats itself, it just absolutely messes with my head, where I had to play it on super low visibility, so it would be the setting where you have all the fog that is surrounding your your character in Minecraft, and I'm just running around oh cool, I can see maybe 3 or 4 blocks ahead of me, and that made it so I didn't get a splitting headache throughout school, because obviously I would play it while I was at school. But anymore, I was I'd like to get back into it, but I don't know if that's gone away, because some games still do that to me, where I will be playing let's say Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, and for whatever reason, if I'm changing the camera angle too much, I start to get a headache. Old Nintendo 64 games as well, because I would play James Bond, and I'd get headaches from that too. And I just think it's the quick rapid motion, and I don't know if there's some mod I could put into Minecraft to kind of smooth it out and make it so that way it's not so jarring. But yeah, I do play. I played Minecraft in the past, but it's not a game that I've gotten into a lot. My brother-in-law, he plays it a lot with I think actually my sister-in-law and her friends. So I'd like to kind of jump into it, but yeah, that's kind of the problem with having a master's program and trying to work full-time, go to school almost full-time, if not full-time, and then also still manage things like working out and spending time with my wife and all the other hobbies that I do have, because I build and flip computers as a side hustle too. So I'm a verified seller on Jawa.gg, and so I'm there's so many things that I do where it's getting to sit down and actively spend time getting lost in the game takes a while. And the question of do I know sign language, I used to, and I say that because I went to speech therapy as a kid, and it's now, looking back on it, that originally was because I had this, not necessarily a lisp, but the way that I would talk and the way that I spoke was, I had too many weird little quirks with it, and so I went to speech therapy for that. But then at the same time, my hearing was bad back then too, because as I learned, what I have is I can there's something in my ear that is
was I had too many
going to be permanently preventing me from hearing as well as I should. And so I had that obviously growing up. And so I learned a little bit of sign language growing up. And it wasn't something that I really actively used. And so anything I did know, completely lost it. Like I don't use sign language unless it's like one of these small little like gestures, like if I'm telling someone thank you or if I'm like saying sorry to someone. And I could use more of it probably, but it's just not a skill that I kept up with.
So anything I did know, completely lost it.
Say Sidney Grass Thornton.
Unless it's like one of these
Sup,
small
how we
little, like,
doing?
gestures, like, if
Hope you're having a good night. I'm struggling over here because I was supposed to be studying, but I am instead trying to fix my hearing aids. This was not the plan. This is just what's happening. All right. So currently, I'm at the point where it's connected to one of the hearing aids, and it's not connecting to the second one. So the right-hand one is the one that
trying to fix my hearing aids.
I didn't have any issues with because I didn't drop that one. So instead, I'm struggling with getting the left one to register as actively,
and it's not connecting to the second one.
or the replacement one as actively being in the case and ready to be used.
I didn't have any issues with because
The Bluetooth connection lost. Yeah, I know. I canceled it.
I'm struggling.
Let's try this
with
again.
getting the left one to register.
I'm gonna have to run through the setup like a couple more times. Okay. Yep. Couple more times. Here we go.
Replacement one as actively being in the case.
Is the music like too loud for you guys at all? Like, I have just stream beats playing in the background, and I think that's probably. I think I had this.
Gonna have to run through the setup.
The sound at a good level. You guys let me know.
More times. Okay.
All right.
Couple more times. Here we go.
Ironic as I talk about
Is the music
fixing my
like
hearing
too
aids.
loud for you guys at all? Like,
All right, so we're gonna
have just stream beats
forget
playing in the
the hearing aid
background.
device again.
and
We're gonna
I think
pair
that's
it one more
probably-
time.
I think I had this. Gonna have to run through the setup. The sound at a good level.
Allow
You guys let me know.
access. Sure.
All right. Couple more times. Here we go.
All right.
Ironic
Pairing complete.
As I talk about
Fixing my hearing aids. Try again.
Like,
All right, so we're gonna
have just stream beats
forget
playing in the
the hearing aid
background.
device again.
and
We're gonna
It's
pair it
connecting.
one more time.
I think I had this. Gonna have to run through the
Still
sound at a good
connecting.
level.
Allow
You guys let me know.
access. Sure.
All right.
All right. Pairing complete.
As I talk about
Yeah, this might take a little bit. Oh,
Try
unsuccessful.
again. All right, so we're gonna forget the hearing aid device again. And
All right. That's not good.
connecting one more time. I think I had this.
Still connecting.
Allow access. Sure.
Left ear not connected.
All right. Pairing complete.
So
Yeah,
if
this
the
might
left
take a
ear's
little
not
bit. Oh.
connected, let me.
Unsuccessful. All right, so we're gonna forget the hearing aid device again.
All right. That's
not
Force shut
good.
it down.
One more time. Still connecting.
Try connecting it again.
Left ear not connected.
Left ear not connected.
So
Left ear is connected.
Let me unsuccessful.
Okay. All right, chat. I think we're on to something. It looks like the
Force
hearing
shut
aid's
down.
connected. I think we're okay so far.
Try connecting it again. Left ear
It's-
not connected. Left ear not
Oh, I
connected.
hope so.
So left ear is connected.
Let's try this again.
Okay. All right, chat. I think we're.
Well, it said
on to
power on,
something.
so I'm
It
assuming
looks
it's-
like the hearing aid's connected.
Should be pairing. Okay.
I think we're okay so far. Try connecting it again.
All right, mic's working.
Left ear not
Oh, I
connected.
hope so. This one, the right hand side.
It is connected.
Let's try this again.
Okay.
All right.
All right, chat. I think we're.
Well, it said
on
power
something.
on, so I'm
It
assuming
looks
it's
like the hearing aid's connected.
Right hand
Should
side
be
power
pairing.
on. Okay.
I think we're okay so far.
All right.
Mic's working.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Let's try
Hearing aids are
this one,
back in.
right-hand side.
I still need to update firmware. All right.
All right, chat. I think. Well, it said power on, so I'm
And
assuming it's
update
right-hand
now.
side power on. Okay.
Keep device powered on throughout the process. All right. Please
All right.
avoid other operations during
Oh,
an
thank
upgrade.
goodness. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Hearing aids are back in.
Okay.
I still need
I
to update
think-
firmware. All right.
As long as the firmware update goes
And
through,
update
we can
now.
proceed
Power
with
on.
the rest of
Keep device powered on throughout
the studying
process.
for the night like I originally
Please avoid
planned.
other operations during an
thank
upgrade.
goodness.
Okay.
Sure,
Hearing
sure.
aids are back in.
Ah, man.
Okay. I still need. to
I'm going to
update.
be relieved
As long
if
as the
and
firmware
when
update
this
goes through, we can proceed with the rest
is like
of
done with.
the studying.
Just
for the night
because
like
like
I originally planned.
I have gone for the past week with only one hearing aid
Ah,
in,
man.
and
Okay.
when I say I have mild to moderate hearing loss, it really just means, like, I explained this earlier. Like, I'm in the office, kitchen's over out in that room, and I can't hear the microwave go off from here. So some people can, I can't. And that's like the extent of my hearing loss as a whole, and that means, like, in most conversations it's not that bad, but if someone's trying to whisper to me, it's like, okay, I have to read your lips more than actually hear what you're saying, versus right now I'm like, okay, I am now of my hearing loss as a whole, hearing things a lot more clearly, because obviously I now have my left hearing aid back in. But I gotta get this firmware updated so that way I can readjust everything and set it to the actual parameters that make sense to my brain, and then I can get to studying now. Because yeah, I am trying to get my master's in accounting, because I would very much so like to be able to have some form of upward mobility and job security in my career in the future. Because I have explained this in the past, where in your 20s, so like 20 to 29 is such a weird decade, because you have people that are like, an easy example, someone who is 28 and is more established in their career is going to be in a very different spot, like mentally, financially, probably relationally, than someone who is just turning 20 and is still in college and figuring out life and figuring out, okay, what do I actually want to do with my career, with my education? Like, those are two very different people. But the same thing happens as, like, you kind of approach, like, this middle ground of your 20s, where if you have someone who's like 25, you might have them still going back to school. You might have someone who is, 25 and married with like 2 or 3 kids already, or someone who went the career route and is making like a 6-figure salary, and then you have someone else who maybe never left home and has never been in a relationship, and it's just like, it's such a weird time period. But that's also, again, like I said, why I'm very, for myself, bullish on pursuing my master's in accounting, because every article, every trend in businesses, every job report, the accountants themselves, we're sitting pretty for the most part, because every business, every company needs accountants, and in the field of finance, that's usually a pretty stable field to be in. And for myself, it's like, okay, I like numbers well enough. I like money more than that. But for me, getting to play around a spreadsheet and try to I think budgeting has been the best way for me to kind of wrap my brain around, oh, this is why I like this, because I get to play around with 1 or 2 numbers, and it suddenly changes the entire outlook of the report that I'm running. And so I'm like, okay, you know what, getting my master's in accounting probably will be my best bet. And this is also me going back to school, because I got my bachelor's degree in business and management, but I got that in 2020 during the height of the pandemic. And so that's when everything was shutting down. I remember going from in-person classes to then having the campus shut down, but I couldn't go home at the time. So instead, I got an apartment on campus, because they're like, oh yeah, if you can't actually go home, we'll have you move into one of the apartments, and then you'll just finish out the year here. And also at the same time, I decided to start working in retail, which in hindsight was such a weird decision, but also I was like, I just need to do something along with school, because that's literally my life, is school and work, and maybe the gym if I'm lucky, because that would depend on if the gym was actually open for hours, depending on the actual pandemic at the time. But here I am in 2026, finally starting my master's program, and this is in contrast to my wife, who graduated a year before I did, but then also instantly went into the master's program directly after she finished undergrad, and so she has her master's in business admin. And so this was kind of that case of me thinking for a long time, do I actually need to go back to school for my master's? Is that actually going to be helpful? Is it going to be a case of, if I find a company that'd be willing to do so, would they be willing to pay for my master's? And Answer being, my current company right now will at least reimburse me some of it. So I'm like, all right, cool. That means I'm going to school on a discount, but that's also going to at least give me kind of that security that I really am aiming for and really want to provide for my family in the future. Of like, oh yeah, cool. I can actively choose my hours more. I can, you know, save and invest in ways that I'm not having to count pennies. But it's interesting just like trying to then decide on how am I going to utilize it afterwards. Like in my position right now as an accounts payable like specialist, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I could probably do a bit more with this, but it's not anything groundbreaking. What I would like to do definitely is to be something like an auditor where I'm going through and I'm comparing like financial statements. I'm comparing, hey, this year your company spent this amount, and then last year your company spent this amount. What happened, and why is there this sudden increase or decrease in spending? And it's like things like that where I'm thinking, okay, I could see that being kind of fun. Bluetooth connection lost. Hey, this year your company spent this amount, and then last year your company spent this amount. Why? What happened? Did the hearing aid power off? Increase or decrease in spending? And it's like things like that where I'm thinking, okay, I could see that being disconnected. Bluetooth connection lost. Hey, this year your company spent this amount. Okay. And then last year your company put them back in the charging case. What happened? Did the hearing aid power off? Increase or decrease in spending? And it's like things like that where I'm thinking, okay, I could see that being disconnected. Okay. Bluetooth connection lost. Okay. Put them back in the charging case. Did the hearing aid power off? I think I did it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I have fixed the hearing aids. I'm so relieved. All right. Now that those are fixed, I can see right now my YouTube stream apparently says that it has poor quality. So let me see if I can fix that. I don't know if I can or not. All right. Now that those settings, I can see right now my canvas output settings. Okay, no, don't change that. Advanced settings. See if I can fix that. I don't know if I can or not. All right. I don't know. Settings, general, vertical canvas, output settings. Okay, no, don't change that. Advanced settings. I just don't know why it says poor stream quality. Is my bitrate too high? I don't know. Yeah, so in case you can't tell, I'm still not like 100% certain on like what my stream settings should be. Also, my hearing aids are fixed, so hearing aids are connected. I'm just home alone at the moment, so I'm going to leave them out. My wife gets home a little bit later, so I'm going to just set those aside for now. Yeah, so in case you can't put them in when she gets home so I can actually hear my wife. On like what my stream settings should be. All right. Let me double check real quick here. Because I would like to have my settings actually be a bit more reflective of the stream. What? I'll put them in when she gets home so I can actually hear my wife. Settings. All right. Let me double check OBS here. Because I would like to have my settings actually be a bit more reflective of the stream. Yeah, for anyone who's like watching what's up, also at the same time, you guys are just being subjected to my continual experiments here as I'm trying to figure this out. Let me double check OBS here. Because I would like to have my settings actively be a bit more reflective of the stream. Yeah, for anyone who's like watching what's up, also at the same time, you guys are just being subjected to my continual settings, experiments here as I'm trying to figure this out. I can't change any of that now. Output. There we go. Yeah, for anyone who's like watching what's up, also at the same time. Output mode simple. All right, cool. Settings. Recording quality. I can't change any of that now. Yeah, so I'm using the NVENC encoder. Recording format MKV. Output mode simple. All right, cool. recording quality. I can't change any of that now. Yeah, so I'm using the NVENC encoder. Audio bitrate format MKV. What about the actual bitrate? I'm not gonna lie, I don't fully understand what bitrate actually means. So let's see here. Yeah, so I'm using the NVENC encoder. Audio bitrate. So YouTube streaming OBS aim for 1080p at 60 frames per second using NVENC or 2x4 encoder. CBR rate control. Bitrate actually means. Let's see here. A bit rate of 4500 to 9000 or more for 4K and a key frame interval of 2. Alright, let's see here. Let's put it up to bit rate of 4500 to 9000 or more for 4K and a key frame interval of 2. Put it 7000. See what happens. Alright. And apply. Let's put it up. Because I'm pretty sure that the YouTube one is fine. Say, hey, Robert. What is up, my dude? Put it. Just saw the chat. See what happens. Doing a really bad job of doing the actual chats. Because I don't know if the Twitch one. Twitch one's dead. That's fine. NVENC good if you're using it. Yeah, so I do have the NVENC encoder on. So like I'm looking through the settings now. So I just set my video bitrate to 7000. Audio bitrate is at 192, which I'm assuming is fine. Encoder preset P6 slower for better quality. There's an enable custom encoder, but I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Audio encoder is just the default. To 7000. And I think it's fine. It's just the weird part is the encoder preset P6 slower for better the vertical stream for whatever reason says I'm gonna leave that alone poor quality, but then the actual and I think it's fine. Horizontal stream says excellent, so I'm not sure what's happening there, but I'll take the word of one of them. Says poor quality, but then the actual also Robert is the I sent someone your way actually from the Vertical Live. They were asking what games they play, and I was telling them how I'm still trying to get to Smash or to Elite Smash with Link. And so I said, "Oh, go check out my cousin, so that way you can go see, you know, his challenges." Or do you have one of your streams playing in the background on Chrome? Maybe the volume is on to pixelated double audio. Oh yeah, I hear it. Okay. The delayed audio. And so I said, "Oh, so I might." So I was trying to figure out how to have the music come through because I'm playing stream beats in the background, but then that's the desktop audio. But if I turn that down all the way, then I think you only hear me and not the actual music, just because I'm just yapping on here because I was gonna study until I had to fix my hearing aids. All right, so can you guys hear the music now at all, or is it... Well, actually, I'm no longer updating hearing aids, so I can actually pull that up myself. I apologize in advance. This is going to be definitely a little bit annoying. All right. And then lives. Let's check out this one. I can't. Weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Don't hear any music right now. All right. Weird. So I wonder if I need to add in, or if I can even add in another audio source. because it's the desktop audio that is providing the stream beats. So right now, because it's the, I think the song just finished. All right, next song. It's the desktop audio that is providing the stream beats. So right now. All right. So audio from the desktop is on once again. Which still doesn't seem to be quite working. So audio from the desktop is on once again. So I wonder if which I need. All right, so I turned. Well, because the main problem also is the fact that the microphone is outputting audio. Alright, so I turned. This might just absolutely deafen me. Okay, no, we're okay. So let's see here. Increase in OBS a little bit. Well, this just turned down that. This might just absolutely deafen me. Okay, no, we're okay. Okay, so music sounds good right now. Increase in OBS a little bit. Well, this just so I have it then at -9 decibels on the desktop audio, which should be coming then from so Spotify right now. Then the Samsung, so my microphone, that -6 decibels. Yeah, so I have it then at negative, and that seems to be solving that issue then. Audio, which should be coming then from Spotify right now. Then the Samsung, so my microphone, that -6 decibels. Yeah, so I have it then at negative, and that seems to be okay. I can hear the audio double looping again. Spotify right now. Then the Samsung, so my microphone. All right, so the thing I have to fix right now is, oh, wait a minute, that might be the issue here. Okay, I can hear the audio double looping again. I think, quite possibly, that the so the thing I have to fix right now is microphone on my camera. That might be the issue here. Is picking up as well, so that might actually be causing the double issue here. So let's kill that one. Possibly that the so the thing I have to fix let's right now. Here. Microphone properties on my camera. That might be the issue. Is picking says up default as well, so that might actually be causing the double issue here. Okay, so let's kill that one. Muted. Yeah, so you should be able to have desktop audio on without double mic sounds. My camera, which is what I was hoping and what I was thinking. So that might actually be causing the double issue here. Okay, so let's kill that one. Muted. Nope, still double audio. Yeah, so you should be able to have desktop audio on without double mic sounds. Which is what I was hoping and what I was thinking. Let me make sure everything except the... Okay, so what I attempted this time around was I muted the actual like playback on YouTube. Nope, still doing it. All right. Okay, I can hear the audio double looping again. Found it was I muted the actual like playback on YouTube. Nope, still doing it. All right. Okay, I can That's not it either. The double mic was still there, it's just lagging now. Which... So you're saying you don't hear it. Alright, so testing. Okay. Alright, so in that case, it seems like the issue is I have the headphones plugged in to my microphone, and that also acts as a speaker source. So I muted camera, I muted the live video feed on YouTube and Twitch, just to be on the safe side, and I've left desktop audio on. So if that's sounding good, then we should be peachy keen. I got a computer under my desk that's kicking my feet. Alright. No related audio, perfect. There we go. All right. Well, for anyone, thank you very much, Robert, for helping me out with that. But for anyone else joining the stream right now, what is up? How we doing? How we feeling? I was supposed to be studying right now, but as I was needing to take a little time for, I had to fix my hearing aids because my replacement pair came in. But now we have a new issue. So I had my first class yesterday, technically, where I sat down, or that mean you can't hear music now? It means I can't, yeah, but actually I might be able to if I put this actually on. Okay, yeah, if I put this on, I can hear the music just fine. Because like I said, the headphones are plugged into the microphone, so they are acting as also my speakers. So I can hear music that way. But as I was saying, I had my first class yesterday for the graduate program, and I was supposed to be in 2 classes this quarter, where I would be taking advanced accounting for one class, and then I'd be doing business analytics on the other class. Now, the problem is the professor I had for the business class, or was going to have, got a promotion. And so in turn, I'm like, I don't know if they would have the room or the ability to put me into overflow, because I've been on the wait list for this class for the past like 3 weeks. And instead, we're now having issues with the one class that I am in because I can't access the textbook, which means I can only go off of the slideshows that have been prepared in Canvas. So I'm kind of out of luck there on the study front. Not that I can't actually study, but more of a case of, oh, I have a limit to what I can study. And I don't even know if I can do my homework without that. So it looks like... Nope, that's the wrong class. Let's go back to... Let's see here. When does Allie get home? Gotta check when the wife comes home. Okay, so she should be done here in a little bit, and then home around 8:30. Perfect. All right. So, as I was saying, let's see. Announcements. Yeah, so the paywall issue that stopping us from accessing our textbook is continuing to persist. So I can't access my textbook, which is a problem. The staff will work to resolve the issue tomorrow. So in the meantime, use the 14-day free courtesy access. You get full access once they resolve the issue. Well. Alright, vertical and horizontal stream looking good. Fantastic. Thank you, Robert. How can I... Let's see here. Ah, there we go. Hey, Robert, you now have an ad as a moderator. You're welcome. Yeah, so what I'm thinking of trying this quarter, which is both a dumb idea but also one that I think could make this more amusing, is I want to live stream like study sessions as I go, just because some of this stuff is very boring, but other parts of it I'm like, okay, I could at least kind of just ramble and talk as I'm doing my study, and I think that could be kind of funny. So that's what I'm thinking I'll end up doing this quarter in particular, because then I also want to like make sure that I'm being very like honest and candid about any number of things that's going on during this process and trying to get my master's, because right now there is like, I can list out the things that are pulling on the limited amount of attention and energy that I have. So it's like, first and foremost, I work a 8 to 5 job. It's not a 9 to 5 job, it's an 8 to 5 job because I get an hour lunch, which granted is helpful, but that's still, you know, a 9-hour day that takes up a decent portion of my time. And then I need to work, I need to work out, and so I gotta find time to actively go to the gym and go on runs. And from there, I also then have to chill with your viewers while doing work. Yeah, see, exactly, it seems like a fun idea. But then I'd like to also then maybe get like my computer building a bit more like in line, but right now RAM prices and potentially GPU prices are just gonna keep climbing, and that kind of puts me in the hole where I don't have enough like stockpile and items in inventory to build stuff. So it's like, all right, I got my full-time job, I got my side hustle of building computers, and I'm currently working on yet another book. It is the fitness, it is I want to make time for my wife, so that way when I come home in the evenings I can actually relax and hang out and be present with my wife. And then also from there, trying to find time then to sit down and study in the mornings after my workouts and everything else too. And it's just a lot, which I have put myself in this position on purpose because I know future wise it's going to be important, but it's just like right now it's like, oh, I gotta keep perspective on that, where this is only supposed to last for a year and like 3 months, so I have to like keep that in mind. And it is crazy for the RAM prices, because we all fully know that it is just because of AI data centers that they are scooping up all the expensive RAM. So I'm in luck in the fact that I would focus more so on like DDR4 builds, so last quote unquote generation, but it still takes a decent chunk out of my margins and my profits, where I can't buy like everything from Amazon like I would originally have intended to make like my staple builds over and over again, because now I'm looking at a RAM kit that used to be like $30 now costing $60, or trying to find a GPU that is a relatively good deal because I want to have actual consistent offerings for my customers. But it is just another one of those problems, and so it's why I'm like, that's why I said I'm writing yet another book right now, but more precisely under one of my pen names, I'm having a ghostwriter work on that, because I wrote one and now at this point I'm like, okay, I think I should be able to start another one, and I have the money for it from the computer, so I can just funnel that into the next thing that won't skyrocket in price because of RAM. But yeah, this was just like, I would think that doing it this way, where I get to stream and study or just kind of talk, would definitely be like a fun little way to do it, because it would at least give me that kind of extra bandwidth or extra stress relief for the ADHD that I still need to get diagnosed. that's a project for later this year. Like, it's gonna happen, but that's something for later. But in the meantime, this means I'm also gonna subject you people to the random amount of content and studying and topics that occur from a master's program, and you're getting it for free, so yippee-ki-yay. But yeah, so currently I'm studying for my master's of accounting. I want to become an auditor for the state because that is a secure career path, and I want to be able to provide for my family, but also it is a hybrid job, so it means I can work from home like 3 to 4 days out of the week, which would be phenomenal. But then that also gives me that upward mobility, where in my current job right now, I am accounts payable specialist. I don't have that mobility, where my only like way to make more money or to go up in my current role, current field, is to take my boss's job, and that's not something that I see happening anytime soon here. So the reality of the situation being, I would like to transition, I'd like to pivot, but I need a bit more education to do that, a bit more qualifications, if you will. So accounting masters, that's where we're at here. So right now, let's see here. I can actually, what might be kind of funny, I say funny quote unquote, is let me get chat to take up half my screen, and then let's get my actual canvas to take up the other half. All right, there we go. We're cooking, we're cooking. Not actually, but you know what? All right, go to my textbook, because I don't have access yet, but they said I can use the free trial version. And that's gonna be the move here. Though I gotta say, the stream beats is nice and like, it's very chillax, especially for trying to focus on studying. It's kind of vibe. Yeah. Is Twitch still dead over here? Oh, yay, look at that. It's a stream bot. We're just gonna ignore that. Alright. So, get temporary access for 2 weeks. I'll take it. And confirm. So I have access until the 21st. And then hopefully they figure their stuff out tomorrow. Give me my textbook. Give me my textbook. Your access will expire, yes, on the 21st. I understand. Wait, hold up. Temporary access is no longer available. Am I being scammed? Like, I was gonna leave the VOD up, so I'm like, I'm making sure not to swear. Alright, now it's just struggling to load. Give me my textbook. Do you want to purchase access right now? No. Okay. Are we in? We're in. Chat, we are good to go. Alright. Purchase a loose leaf copy? I don't think I will. What chapter am I on? Actually, hold up. Here's what I need to do. Like, legitimately. Let's open up a Excel file. Because what helped me a lot last year, not even last year, last quarter, was actively just plotting out the entire quarter in advance on a Excel spreadsheet, because I'd be able to then to kind of know, like, week by week, okay, what do I have to actively pay attention to, or what's going to come up here, and what can I work ahead on, which helped a lot because I had like other trips too that would come through or that would be coming up, and I would have to try to figure out how am I going to like balance everything. So let's see here. is either in my Excel files or my Google Sheets, one or the other. I'm pretty sure Excel. Just because, you know, I'm a student, so I get free access. Alright, let's see here. Additional practice problems, tax returns. More practice problems. Stats, whatever. Oh, did I break it? Nope. Okay, we're good, chat. We're good. Open in browser. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. Not the case studies either. Not the midterm one. Final practice problems, maybe. I'm just gonna make a new one, I guess. To the syllabus. Okay. So that's not that bad. I'm looking at the accounting textbook, so it's 278 pages. That's relatively not that bad. I think the last one was like 500. Give or take. There's a little bit of cope there. Don't mind that. Alright, let's see here. Syllabus with my schedule. My sketch. I continue to hate how this professor lines everything up. It's so bad. Okay. I should be able to copy the entire thing they wrote. And, well, that feels kind of stupid if I do it that way. I don't want to do this. Oh, she has dates in there. Okay, well. We'll still... Okay, we'll create a new Excel workbook. If you are going back to school or you are in school right now, like, this is like something I definitely recommend that you do if you want to avidly not freak out about what is coming up or time management. It really is take a screenshot or a wide angle view of what exactly is coming up for the entire quarter and plot it out on a timeline, whether that is like an actual physical like just planner that you're currently going through, or I'm about to put it all up in Excel for myself. I recommend doing that because it's going to make life a lot easier, especially if, like me, you have a bunch of things that you are trying to also do in the meantime. Because I think definitely that was my saving grace last quarter, was just the fact that even though there were so many things that I had to find time for, I could at least plan ahead and work ahead. Oh, nope, let's not do it that way. Let's paste. It doesn't want to paste in a decent manner. Alright, you bastard. I should have get center for that one. It's fine. I also need a calendar. I could print one off. Now I think about it. I'm just sitting here thinking and debating this while just... Alright. let's see here. What would make the most sense to do? You know, that was a completely random aside. I was like, I just realized I didn't actually name the Twitch stream. That's fine. That doesn't matter. I don't do Twitch. All right. We're gonna have to do this from scratch, chat. We're going week by week. So let's go with... Oh, also, this is also just a flex on my end, but check out my iPad cover. It's a freaking composition notebook. Let me turn down the light, or the... Yeah, that's sick, isn't it? I'm very proud of that one. Like, for myself, just finding a nice little thing that I could make the iPad reminiscent of a notebook was so clutch, because the last one I had was fraying, it was breaking. I had that iPad case and cover for I don't know how many years, and so at this point I'm like, okay, I want something new, but I'm also using this thing almost exclusively for school and comics. So I'm like, okay, I should at least spruce it up a little bit here. But I did not mean to actually close it, so let's open that back up. All right. Schedule planning. Let's get this done with. So it's gonna go by week, day. Yeah, it's gonna be the week and the days. So week 1. Let's make these a little bit larger, because it's 10 weeks, because I'm on the quarter system, at least for my current university. My last university was on the semester system, which I don't actually know which one I prefer, because there was definitely pros and cons to both. I don't know if do you guys have preference for that at all? All right. Week 2. Oops. Sorry about that, chat. I got a new keyboard, specifically one that is mechanical, which is great. Sounds lovely, but also I need to... I made sure that it's like a 90% keyboard, so it has a numpad on it still, which I have used as my hotkeys for everything, so I have to be kind of careful about that. That's going to be a problem in the future if I'm streaming and doing this, but that's fine. Can't take a test and do a stream. That's a bad idea, to say the least. All right, so that goes out to the 13th. That also feels nonsensical. Am I tripping? I'm not, but that's still really weird. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Funky. Do it this way. Nope, don't want to do that. I want then is... I don't want that to be under... Ah, there it is. Let's do under... Nope, not number, not number. General? Not general either. Oh, you rat bastard. Okay. Let's fix that. Why? Alright, how do I... Fractions? Nope, that's not it either. That's not a short date. Okay. I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. I don't... Oh, is it still stuck on the... Definitely wallop this stream over here. Alright, there we go. I fixed that. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Okay. Now from here we have week of the 14th. I did it again. I should get a stream deck. Like a small one. Just so I can have my number pad back when I'm streaming. Alright, 1-14. Nope. 1-14. Alright. 1-22. I don't... Okay. It's every Tuesday. So grade homework and assignments due every Tuesday. No, it's due the day after? No, 27th is Tuesday. I do not understand this professor for the life of me. And this is my third class with her. Alright. Let's go with 1-30. It's so freaking weird. How did this lady do this? Alright, so 14 through 20 so this is chapter 2. 1-21 through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess. I'm still mildly confused here. 1-28. And that's going to be 28 through... Alright, February 3rd. Okay. 2-4. And again, chat, as much as it sounds like I'm struggling, because I am, I still do recommend that you guys do this at some point if you are in school or going back to school. Just try to find some way of organizing the quarter, the semester at a glance, just because it will make life a whole lot easier. Like I promise you it will. All right. So then from there we have February 2nd. I lied. February 11th. Through this. February 11th through the 21st. Why? That's nearly 10 freaking days. This is okay. I'm changing tactics here. We're going to Canva. Jeez. So I made my wife calendars already. I think what I need to do here is just use one of my calendar templates and just make one for 3 months. It's gonna look funky, but at least I'll be able to see everything at a glance. Okay. Yes, I know I'm using trifold, that's fine. Alright. Delete that, delete that, delete this, delete this. Let's keep this. Because the other option here is that I just, you know, I go ahead and use just 3 separate pages and like do all the calendars again, which would make sense. It's not like a far off idea. Now that I think about it, I can't rotate this page, can I? I would like to rotate my page. Let me rotate. I cannot. Well, your mother. I'll rotate the calendar this way. I do a lot of dumb things, but this is... this is not working. Okay. So that's... that's March. Now I need January. This is still so dumb. This one's the copy. Alright. It's a trifold, so might as well use it like one. Let's delete a row here. Copy this one over. I do see the lines for the trifold, so I'm going to smush the calendar down further. Much as I can anyways. And then paste in January. Alright, I pasted January. I could also most definitely just do this in a planner. But the thing is, I want to be able to, again, see everything at a glance, because it makes planning life a lot easier. let's move. Alright, there's that. Stretch it out just a wee bit. Okay. So far, so good, chat. So I've so far managed to have March and January on a single page. Now I need February. All right, open up February, delete all the unnecessary stuff from here. February has, so delete that row, delete that row, and delete that row. I just need this. And rotation. 90 degrees, please and thank you. All right. Okay. I think I got it. Let's print one and find out. I hope I gave enough room for the borders. This is winter quarter 2026. All right, wife is on her way home. Heck yeah. All right. I downloaded my copyright, right? I thought I did. And download. Okay. Opening it up. And print. I will always find it funny just how much this little printer absolutely shakes my workbench. Alright. So far so good. I don't know what happened. For whatever reason, there's just this gap over here. What? Why? It doesn't even look that way in the PDF. It completely cut off Sunday. Okay, so it's too big. All right. Alright, we're gonna try this one more time, and then I'm probably gonna end the stream there. Alright. Final attempt here, chat, that hopefully this calendar worked. That was a fail. All right. Well, with that, chat, I will see you all on the next stream. I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm just, like I said, in the course of pursuing this master's, I might just hop on and do study with me's as I actively try to figure out how I'm going to survive these classes. But with that, have an amazing day, you amazing people, wherever you are in the world, keeping everything simple. I will see you all next time. Go out there and do great things. I'll catch y'all later.